Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Sportscaster Dan podcast, our picks for week 6. I am Dan Lovallo, and what we do is we predict the games involving the 3 NFL teams in my area, the Patriots, the Giants, and the Jets. And through 5 weeks, I have a record of 10 wins and 4 losses. I don't pick against the spread or with the spread. I just pick outright winners. We have fun looking at the spread sometimes. I'm not going to deny that. We all know that gambling is a part of the NFL. It's now a part of sports. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that I don't pick games involving the spread. That's just me. That's why we have picks for kicks. But that doesn't mean I don't look at the spread. Now, last week, I was 2-1. I had the Giants losing. I don't think there's any surprise there. Let's see. I had the Giants losing to the Dolphins. They lost to the Dolphins. I had the Patriots beating the Saints. That's where I was wrong. I thought that the Patriots would actually give the Saints a battle. They didn't even show up. A lot of problems in New England. We'll get to that in just a moment on this week's picks. And I had the Jets defeating the Broncos, and they did just that. So here we go. Week 6, my picks for kicks. Let's start with the Patriots in Las Vegas against the Raiders. I hemmed and hawed on this, even though the Patriots have been atrocious the last 2 weeks. They've been, outscored 70-something to 3. And I had an idea that the Patriots might actually put up a battle against the Raiders, and they still might. In fact, I was going to pick the Patriots, and maybe you should go with your first guess. But when I saw the injury list for the Patriots, 7 injured, and the issues with Mac Jones, I'm going with the Raiders. The Raiders will beat the Patriots. A lot of issues with New England still, and since that atrocious loss last year to the Raiders, when they were in Las Vegas, they led by a touchdown with less than a minute to play in the game, and then they lost it. Remember, the Raiders came down the field, kicked a field goal, and then the Patriots inexplicably with a lateral, and it was picked off by the Raiders, and they took it into the end zone and won the game. Since that game, including that game, but since that game, the Patriots are 2-7. 2-7. So think about that for just a moment. 2-7. So, like I said, I hemmed and hawed. I was going to go with the Patriots. No, the Raiders will beat the Patriots. And the Raiders are favored to win that game. The last I saw it was something like 2.5. While the Raiders and the Patriots are playing, the Jets will be hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's my pick. The Eagles are favored. The Jets are going to beat the Eagles. The Eagles are still banged up. The Jets are on a bit of a roll here. They're playing at home. The Jets will beat the Eagles in Week 6. This is a big game for the Jets. This is a statement game for the Jets. Even though the Eagles are banged up, they're still a tough team. And one of 2 undefeated teams in the NFL. But I am going with the Jets over the Eagles. And then finally, the Sunday night game. Why it's not a flex game is beyond me. They shouldn't show that game on Tuesday night, let alone Sunday night. The Giants at Buffalo. The Giants are a mess. Now Daniel Jones is out, so he's not going to play. Just a mess what's happening with the Giants, an absolute mess. So that said, I am going with, and no surprise, Buffalo will beat the Giants. Brian Daboll's return to Buffalo doesn't matter. And last I saw, the line was, 15.5 points. Giants are that many points as the underdog. Well, they'll lose again. They'll be 1-5. And this has just turned out to be a disastrous season for the Giants, and we're not even at the halfway point. But the Buffalo Bills will beat the New York Giants. So, where are we? As we recap, my picks for kicks Week 6. The Raiders will beat the Patriots. The Jets will beat the Eagles. And the Bills will beat the Giants. As I said, I'm 10-4 through 5 weeks. We'll see what happens in Week 6. That's going to do it for our Sportscaster Dan podcast and our pick for Week 6. Picks for kicks. Easy for you to say. A lot of rhyming there, right? Picks for kicks, Week 6. Holy mackerel. But anyway, those are my selections. Enjoy the games. And be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. Go to sportscasterdan.com.